Alrighty. I have a funny feeling it's going to be a bit of a quiet morning. It's only 10:30. Usually I do these in the evening. So we'll see. I see there's a few people in. See Sky is in. How's it going? You doing well? I will I'll maybe just put this right at the start of the video just while we wait for a few more people to sort of stream in. I'm only going to be here for a little while. I re-uploaded a video. Is kind of what happened. So I'm in a weird spot where my I don't know if it's gonna do well at all. But I'm really intrigued. I'm fighting an uphill battle with this upload thing, and I'll explain that in a little bit while some people come in. But yeah, Sky, it's good to see you. I haven't seen you in a little while. So Zvartan, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. And yeah, no, things are good. So, yeah, just I had my, if I sound kind of like ill, from Sunday night. So I work for a church. I work for a church, and on Sunday night we did my last night with our youth group, and we did a lock-in. So we stayed up all night, and then Monday work actually got really busy. So I was at work. So we did the lock-in. We started at 6 p.m. Sunday night, and all the kids got picked up at 8 a.m. yesterday, and we stayed up the whole night with them. And then after that, from 8 a.m. onwards, I was at work. So I was working at the church until about 3, and then I came home and I got a little bit of sleep, and now here we are today. So yeah, but yeah, no, overall things are good. So just getting ready to transition into a new year. New year of full time on YouTube, which is going to be kind of crazy. But yes, so I posted a video on YouTube about 2 weeks ago, and I decided to test out some YouTube strategies, right? So there's a lot of YouTube algorithm stuff that people talk about surrounding, like, you know, your first sort of day or first few hours, your video is really only pushed to your regular viewers, and then after that your video is then sort of shown to a larger audience based off of the response of your regular viewers. So I posted a video a little while ago, 2 weeks ago, and I posted it at like 8 o'clock at night, which I never do and is completely outside of the norm of my subscribers, right? So on the YouTube Studio app, you can see how many people are, or how often your regular viewers are normally there. So I posted that video outside of that window just to see how it performed. It didn't perform very well. It also wasn't really within my normal niche, so it didn't perform all that well. And then I posted it, and I left it up for a week. It got about 1.6k views, which isn't great for my channel. And then I took it down, so I unlisted it, and now this week I posted it again, but at the height. So I think 10 a.m. on a Tuesday has my longest range of my regular viewers. So I posted it at 10 this morning, just to see how it would do, and let that sort of sit, and we will see. And then I also used all of the sort of tools that YouTube provide. So the first video I used one thumbnail, one title, no hashtags, no tags, no interesting description. For this video, I posted it at the right time. I used 3 different thumbnails, 3 different titles as like a and B test, and I used a bunch of tags, and I also added a short description with 5 hashtags in the description. And we'll see how it all does, and hopefully we can see either more traction or less traction, which can maybe tell me, hey, posting, like when you post doesn't matter. So we will see. We will see. Been super busy with finishing school semester and work. Hope everything been smooth with the new house move. Yeah, everything's been great. We got snowed in. So about a month, no, 2-3 weeks ago. I don't know where everyone is coming from. But we live in Kentucky, and normally we don't get snow till like January, February, maybe March. But we had like a big flurry of stuff. I mean, it wasn't that bad, but where I live, there's like a super steep sort of turning hill to get out, and we couldn't get out. So I haven't been snowed in like 15 years. So, because I'm from Ireland originally and I lived right by the ocean and we never got snowed in. And even if there was snow, my parents made sure that we always got to school or got to work. So, but yeah, so no, things are good. All right, we got about 10 people in here. It is a quiet morning and that is totally fine. But yes, out of curiosity, how many people were actually shown that new video? Or how many of you as subscribers saw that pop up on your recommended stuff today? Just out of curiosity, because it is a bit of a weird one, right? Because I'm trying to run the test with the same video, because if I post it with 2 different videos, there's a decent chance that one of them is just better than the other, right? Which is a huge part of how videos perform, is just, are they good videos? So it's a hard one, because I'm also testing to see if my regular viewers will rewatch a video that they might have already watched. So the whole test is to say, okay, like the video originally, like the first few hours, is based off of your regular viewers and your current subscribers. But now I'm fighting an uphill battle in that the first time they weren't online and they weren't watching. This time they might have already seen it and then they might just not click on it or click off. So it's probably not a good test, but we will find out. Interesting test. I wondered the same for my channel. How much testing like that do you do? Not very much, and I think this is probably not a good idea. I don't think that reposting a video is actually a good idea at all. I think I remember Peter McKinnon did that. This was like last year. I don't know why this came to my mind, but I think about a year ago, Peter McKinnon posted a video, and then like a few days later, he reposted it, and like everyone went crazy in the comments. So I also added a pinned comment saying, if you've seen this, don't panic. So Kofi's here. You saw it and you're watching. Well, nice. I appreciate that. You never know, but thank you. I got the pop-up notification and at 10:25. Okay, that's not so bad. All right, cool. Saw your live first and only saw it after checking. Maybe I should have given it more time before I went live. So, yeah, we'll see. I'm really intrigued. The interesting thing about the first video, I mean, so it was kind of just one of those, like, I actually really love doing these, just little encouraging YouTube or photography videos, right? Just saying something nice and encouraging about the platform and about, the opportunities that you have here. And the first time I posted the video, it didn't get very many views, but it got a ton of comments and loads of people and like loads of subscribers. I think I gained about 30 subscribers in like the first 1,000 views, which is pretty above average for my channel typically. But yeah, so I didn't read the second half of this comment. I live on my home tab and forget about the subscription tab. Yeah, see, I don't like, unless if I'm not on the YouTube, like if I'm not on the YouTube app, I never check the subscription stuff unless it pops up as a notification. So, people, when you have the bell turned on, it'll actually notify you whether you're in the app or not. So I try to, like, a lot of my favorite content creators, I will have the bell turned on. That way I know when they post. Hello, Game of Nine. How are you? I don't recognize Game of Nine. Have you been here before? Are you new? If you are new, great. Tell me how you got here. Thanks for coming. I saw and I watched it. Oh, thanks, Gabriel. Yeah, so it's hope. I mean, so far, I think it's doing better than the last one. I can't actually tell because it's I unlisted the other one, so I can't look. I mean, it's only been like 40 minutes, so I'm not going to depress myself by, doing that. I'm going to give it a week, and then we can compare the two, and then I'll make a video about whether these strategies actually work. I think they'll work, but we'll see. I don't know. So will YouTube be your full-time job in 2026? Yes. So now it's probably not going to bring in enough money for me to live on, which is a great place to start. But the nice thing is, like, I'm in the camera niche. I talk about camera gear. So I'm going to take on some jobs. I'm going to take on some real estate work. I've got a few weddings lined up, which mainly photography. I kind of hate wedding videography, but I'm going to take on more photography work and video work to supplement the income, but also to provide me content to make. Sorry, my hair is going crazy this morning. So I mean that way it kind of works. So like I've got a couple of like super wide angle lenses, a new drone, and I might be getting my hands on a gimbal to test out. So I want to be able to like take all of those to a real estate gig. I get paid for the real estate gig, and then I can also use that footage and those photos for YouTube videos and get paid again. That's the idea for the coming year. But my wife and I sold our other business, and we are selling our house because we are moving country this year. And yes, so we have a pretty decent cushion. We've been working really hard the last few years, so we've got a pretty decent cushion to give us some time to make this work. But I'm pretty excited about it. What do I think about the Viltrox 9mm? I don't think I've tried the 9mm. I have the Laowa 9mm. But it's manual focus. I don't know anything about the Viltrox one, unfortunately. 9 is very wide, so you just, if you look up some reviews, just check for distortion and see if it affects how, the kind of way that you want to be shooting your videos. Because for me on ultra wide, I don't want super crazy distortion unless I'm in anamorphic. Especially for, again, come back to real estate, you don't want major distortion for real estate, because then all of the door frames go all weird and wobbly. So I commented it made me want to upload to YouTube again. You should. Absolutely. I enjoy it. I like it. What way do you go about finding clients for real estate or wedding clients? For real estate, I actually got a client because I'm selling my house. So I basically said to the realtor and said, hey, I've already got photos for this house. Here they are. If you like them, I would love to do some real estate for you. So just do it that way. Another thing that I've done is I've just sort of cold called or emailed local real estate agents and said like, hey, I do real estate photography. If you'd be up for it, I would love to come in and I'll do your first house for free. And you can, if you like the product, then we can talk about pricing and all that kind of stuff. The place that I live is not competitive for real estate photography. There are none. Like I live in the middle of nowhere in Kentucky, so there's a few I say large cities. Like the largest city near me is about 25,000 people. So, but there is actually a lot of real estate being sold. So, but the photos are all terrible. So I can sort of hop in and do that. If you're in the middle of a big city where there's some major players, it's going to be harder. What country are you going to? I'm going back to Ireland. So I'm in Kentucky, but we are moving to Ireland hopefully around October is the plan. We just need to work on what's that called? Immigration. So I need to finish my citizenship here in America, and then my wife needs to get permission to go to the UK, and that way we can just come back and forth as much as we want, which is going to be really nice. Game 9, I also I plan on getting it since I have the A6700. I heard that it has 0 distortion. Oh, sweet. That's great. Paul's here. How's it going, Paul? You doing well? Everybody go check out Paul's channel. He's great. He's another person that I enjoy because he's just positive. Like, not just like positive about products, but just like a nice person. That makes a big difference. Cool. Game of 9, have you already ordered it? Or are you looking at getting it? Out of curiosity. I'd like to know. Gabriel VIP, what's up? Yeah, he is killing it. He's doing great. It is the nice thing. That's one of, like, the camera niche here on YouTube. There's a decent amount of people that are just pleasant people, and that's I like that. I mean, it's maybe not everybody. I don't know everybody in the niche, but I don't know. Like, there's something about, I mean, this is probably true in the tech world as well, is like, sometimes, like, I feel like there's two types of people. So this, okay, we're about to go weird and very off topic here, but there's this old Greek temperament framework that you might have heard of, where it sort of talks about different types of temperaments that people have, and it kind of splits people up into sort of multiple categories. It's not like a personality test, it's a bit different, but typically it factors people into being either sort of having a hyper focus on things or having a hyper focus on people. And I think a lot of people in the tech space, we love things, we like to talk about things, but there's a lot of people out there who just, you know, also love people. So that's like, I don't know why I'm talking about this. Sorry, I've got completely off topic. But I'm very much like a people person. I love tech and gear, but I love seeing what people do with that tech and gear more than the tech and gear itself, I think. So it's pretty fun. And got to love people. Absolutely. Absolutely. Check out Mark Bennett. He covers a lot of... Oh, dude, he posts like a lens review every 4 days. Like, I don't know how he pumps those out the way that he does. Yeah, but he's killing it too. What would you say about finding wedding clients? I mainly do shoots for cars, but want to branch out a bit more and try different niches. Appreciate the advice on real estate. For weddings, I mean, you need to have a bit of a portfolio. So, I mean, I work for a church, so there are always people getting married in the church. So it was just kind of one of those things of like, oh, you're getting married here? Well, Thomas does weddings, so here you go. But if you just know somebody who's getting married, offer to do some photos for them to get a bit of a portfolio. Or another good thing to do is to contact other wedding photographers and videographers, and like second shoot for them. Like offer to be a second so that you can get some experience. And then social media. So, you know, Instagram, Facebook, have a website, stuff like that, and make sure that you plug your location so that people close to you who are getting married, it'll come up in their feed. So, but yeah, definitely start with people you know. That's definitely the easiest way to do it. So, I want to know all the people in the niche. I support everyone. That's so true. I say this most times that Paul hops in here, but Paul is like the networking king of the tech and camera world. Like, you should see him at NAB. If any of you are going to NAB this year, you'll see Paul just running around grabbing like different like YouTube people and bringing them to like brand representatives, and it's funny. Hi, how's it going, Miles? Hope you're doing well. What do you think about the Sure 135mm anamorphic? The lens characters are too much. Wait, Sure 135mm anamorphic. Do they have a 135? The lens characters are too much and require too much post-production corrections, I heard. I don't know anything about a Sure 135. Sorry, that's really bright all of a sudden. Oh, is it one of the Venus? I don't really have any of the Venuses. I had one for a little while. I would be surprised. I mean, Sure are kind of known for having not very crazy anamorphic qualities that like need correcting. But it also just depends. Like if a lens has crazy character that you hate and you don't want to have to correct, don't get that lens. Basically, that would be my advice. Sorry, I'm trying to fix the thing here. But yeah, so if a lens doesn't have the kind of character that you want, I wouldn't advise getting it. That would be my piece. I was talking to Kyle about this, trying to stop focusing on the gear so much, but more about the people and helping with direction tutorials. Yeah, I'm in like a weird in between where like I'm excited about the gear, and I'm not good at doing tutorials. Like I'm not really good at explaining my process of how to get places, you know, when it comes to color grading or stuff like that. Like half the time when it comes to color grading, I don't even know what I'm doing, but I just fidget with things until it works, and then I'm like, ah, hey, that looks okay, which is not particularly easy. You already ordered it. Very cool. Absolutely, everybody should go to NAB just for fun. It's a little bit expensive, obviously, because you got to fly out there, you got to find somewhere to stay and everything, but yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be great this year. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah. The 9mm, I'm going to wait and have that as my final purchase of the year. I just bought the Mic Mini by DJI since they were on major discount. Yeah, I saw that didn't last very long in the Black Friday kind of deals. It went really fast. So I think, what was it, like $40 or something, $50 some of them were selling for? That was crazy. And then like I went back and checked a couple of days later and they were gone. So that was sad. I'll show you my camera purchase of the year. For my Sony people, I do apologize, but I got another Lumix camera. I didn't go, was that sensor dirty? I can't see in my light. A little dirty, I need to clean that. I'm on a hunt. I'm making a video next year of like the best cameras that I can find under $1,500. And I got the Lumix S5 IIX for $1,420, which is crazy. Like full frame 6K, full size HDMI, XLR adapter. Like it came with an XLR adapter. All the stuff for $1,400 is kind of wild. So the used market is awesome. If you guys aren't buying used camera gear, you're missing out because you can get some shocking good deals. I know the S1 II is a much better camera and probably worth getting, but for under $1,500, which is kind of like my sweet spot. Because again, I do YouTube videos, so I really like, I'm not filming commercials, so I don't need anything crazy. Whoa, sorry, I just peeked my microphone. I don't need anything crazy. So I mean, that's just crazy for me. Like, that you can get that sort of thing for that price. Man, I'm torn right now. I love my FX2, but also dang love the features of the new A7 IV. But the body of this FX2 is just nice, and the EVF. Yeah, I mean, hey, look, it's one of those things. If the camera that you have works for you, keep it. I know you're one of the few people on YouTube still making videos about the FX2, so if it's giving you traction right now, you might want to keep it. The FX5 is, or sorry, the A7 V is going to be pretty popular as well. Depends what you need, what you're doing with it. But yeah, it is tempting. So, how many camera switches have you made this year, Paul? Out of curiosity, is that too personal a question to ask? And what do you use to edit pictures? I recently been doing some events for family and friends. So far, I've done a christening engagement photo, a couple of photos anniversary. So most of the time I use Lightroom, but also I've been using Luminar Neo a bit more. I might be doing a collaboration with them again. So Luminar is fun, and the nice thing about Luminar Neo is you can buy it once, and you've got it for the whole year. So, not for the whole year, for life. Like I've been paying for Lightroom for probably 12 years. Like since it became a subscription, I think I've been paying for it, which is disgusting to think about, because that's a lot of money. So I hate subscriptions. So I'm hoping that Luminar Neo continues to get better, and it is actually really good. The problem is I just know and I like Lightroom, so that's where I'm currently at. But I do like Luminar. Blessings, thank you. I appreciate that. I think you're good at tutorials on what gear is right for who. That's good. That's what I hope to be good at that, because I do like making those videos. You're good at breaking down stuff in simple terms. Well, I work with middle schoolers, and you never know what people don't know, so you just talk stupid and hope for the best. That's what I do, and I think it works. But yeah, that's awesome. Absolutely. You've been loving Luminar Neo. Yeah, it is good. So here's my problem, and this is entirely personal. This is not like anything that I think that other people should feel. I like AI tools, but I don't want AI to have more of a hand in a photo that I've made or taken than I do. Does that make sense? Like, I really enjoy the process of capturing and taking a photo, and you know, making a nice looking image, and I don't want to not be able to take credit for it. I know AI is just another tool that's, you know, part of a toolkit, and I do use AI a lot. I use it a lot for emails and writing descriptions and coming up with ideas and all that kind of stuff. It's very, very helpful. But as far as like actual like photo generative stuff, like generating images and like tweaking images or like transforming an image, I don't want to hand that off right now. That's my feeling. Not to say you have to feel that way, that's just where I'm at. Where can you buy good used cameras? If you want to play it safe, I would go with B&H or MPB. B&H, MPB, or KEH are all very, very good. If you're willing to take more risk and do a bit more research while you're buying, is eBay. On eBay, make sure that you can return a product if it's not listed as described. Like, for example, if you get a camera that's broken, but it wasn't listed as broken, you can return it. Or if it says open to returns, then you can return it. Always ask for more details though. Get the shutter count of a camera, get, you know, try to get a good amount of photos of it, ask if there's any issues. And yes, I like eBay, honestly. I buy and sell a lot of eBay stuff. I bought the A6700 6 months ago and it's great value. Managed to get it brand new on Sony's website for just over £1,100 on summer sale. That's great. Yeah, A6700 is a great camera. I think it's probably like Sony's best value all-round camera. I am in the process of selling mine at the moment, just because of this. And I just found I haven't used it very much, and I'm trying to get better at, like, if there's gear just sitting, not doing anything, I'm trying to be better at selling it, because I don't want to become a hoarder. So I'm getting better at that. But yeah, it's a great camera, especially if you're wanting to be in the Sony ecosystem at a low price, get good video and photos, then yeah, it'd be a great one. I like Lumix, but the aftermarket price drop could be scary. Aftermarket price drop. Oh, yeah, I guess. Sony's hold their value really well. Actually, kind of frustrating as someone who buys a lot of used gear, upsettingly well is how well they hold their value. Like, I actually saw somebody buy an A7 III the other day for like $1,400 or $1,300. It was a bid, like there were bids and they were going up. No, it came with a cage. But that camera should be under 1,000 used, in my humble opinion. But yeah. Yeah, I guess there's a chance of the selling it used, you might not get enough of your money back. But if you're using your gear for professional stuff, you're making your money. So you don't need to worry too much about that. I've been binging Tamron 17 to 70mm content for ZV-10. Thoughts considering it's led me to finding so many creators. Oh yeah, so the 17 to 70 is my go-to all-around lens. It can just do everything. It's wide, it's telephoto, it's stabilized, it's fast. The only thing that people don't like about it is it's big, but it's not very heavy. Like it's a pretty lightweight lens. It's made of more plasticky sort of composite materials rather than like all metal. So it is like, it's large, but it's lightweight. So I love it. It's like, if I'm going to a shoot or I'm going to do something and I don't know exactly what I need, the 17 to 70 is the one I take. Because it's a 25 to 105, 2.8. It's kind of wild. 2 TRX and 1 RX, no charging case went for 60. Oh, okay. One transmitter was $25 at one point. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. That is a good deal. I need to push into FX2 more since I'm the only person with one. Yeah, I know the Brandon Washington and all them dubbed it the flop of the year. I think it was a flop of the year mainly because of people's reception, not because it's a bad camera, but the reception was bad. And I do think that camera was, what is it they say? Dead on arrival? I think that camera was dead on arrival because of the leaks. Because the leaks were wrong. I think it completely killed the camera. So, nothing is too personal for me. Actually, I just sold the A7C and moved to the FX2. I always have the A7S III, and I've grabbed the ZV-10 too for top down. That's cool. Very cool. Remember me asking what camera I should choose? The Lumix S9 came in mail. Very cool. Paired with the Make Pro 35, and it's a total dream. That's sweet. Yeah, the S9 is, look, the S9 is a great camera. That's actually what made me get the S5 2X, because they have the same image, and I love the image out of the S9. Like, I just think that sensor is fantastic, and they've used it again in the S1 2E. It's a really nice looking image. So, yeah. The only thing the S9 doesn't have that the S5 has that I want is the hot shoe adapter with the XLR port, because I like using XLR microphones like this one. And what was the other thing? Oh, USB-C to SSD recording. I'm changing my workflow for next year, and I'm just going to record straight to an SSD, and then I can just plug the SSD straight in. So it'll make it a lot easier. Now that's quite, you know, that's $500 I spent, you know, because I could have got a second S9, but I spent the extra $500 to get the S5 2X, which I think is worth it for me. But no, phenomenal camera. Enjoy it. I also have a lot of action cameras. So I haven't got into action cameras at all. I need to do more action camera stuff. Because I got a motorcycle, and I've never wanted to use action cameras, but the moment I wanted to start filming some motorcycle stuff, I'm going to need some. Because I don't know if he's still in here, but I don't think the Kofi cups are going to work on a motorcycle. So, but yeah. Also, dang, your background looks good. Totally trying to emulate that with my green look. Yeah, I quite like it. That's the this light here is just that small rig flashlight. So I quite like it. It just adds a little bit of a pop, a little bit of accent. And again, I forgot to change this, but I'm putting my LUT in the camera, so that's why there's like all of this weird color banding there and there. I should just do the LUT in OBS, but I'm lazy, so. Would you recommend the Nano or the new Osmo Action 6? That's a good question. I would like to know that too, as somebody looking to buy an action camera of some description. Speaking of AI, with the rays of it, I can't even use the hack you told us about with the SSD sticks. You can't use the hack. Which hack? I don't remember which one that is. Could you remind me of what that is? Depends on what you want to shoot with it. I got the Nano as POV and quick shots that like that. I have the Action 6. Goodness me, I'm struggling to read this morning. I have the Action 6 for longer stuff and vlogging camp. Okay, very cool. Whereabouts in Ireland are you from? When I lived in Leicester, I can't even. Is that Leicester? I can't remember. Gosh, my brain is not working. I had a couple of friends from Tipperary. They came a long way. So technically I'm from Northern Ireland. So Northern Ireland is it's part of the UK. For those of you who don't know, there's 2 different countries on the island of Ireland, so it's very complicated. So I was from Down, which is a little town called Newcastle. Beautiful place. But we might be moving either back to Newcastle or to Donegal, is the plan. Donegal is just beautiful. Like, I'm excited. I'm not going to need a studio for a while, because the landscapes in Ireland are just, that's my new YouTube studio right there. I'm getting a phone call. Oh, he's FaceTiming me. Matthew Dangy is FaceTiming me right now. Matthew. Oh, hang on. Yo. Yes, you're on live stream. What? Could I call you back in a little bit? Oh, my connection is unstable. Oh, okay. He said he wanted to say hi. I'm not on Mac, so I can't bring you up on this. I'm sorry. That's funny. All right, love you. Talk to you. Bye. That's funny. Anyway, I need to be able to bring people into this. Oh, Matthew's even in the chat. That's so funny. Expect his comment on being used. Let me try to fly through some of these real quick because I'm getting behind. Video idea can be top gear you recommend for the A6700 before you get rid of it. Yes, I do need to do that. I actually might record that today because I think I'm supposed to get rid of it tomorrow. So today's going to be, I'm just going to like try to crank out 2 or 3 recordings of like Lumix versus Sony and then a couple of things about the A6700. So I'm going to try and crank those out after this. Yes, that's an important question. Sorry, have your own your conversations in the chat. I appreciate that. I may not get to them, but that's good. See, there's more of that. Okay, it's about the S9, ZV-10, don't know what to keep. 2 very different cameras. Is it the ZV? Oh, sorry, ZV-1. Ah. Yeah, that's going to be a tough one. Depends. Really, it just comes down to lens mount and what kind of features you're wanting, for sure. How much am I selling the A6700 for? I know a guy down in Lexington. He's buying it for, I'm giving him a cage, a couple of handles, and a few other accessories for 1100. I don't really need anything more out of it. I probably could be shrewd and try to get more, but I think altogether it's about $500 of accessories. But it's Christmas, and he wants to give it to his girlfriend, so it works. And the 17-70 is a great lens, absolutely. Yeah, no, it's one of my favorite pairings. You're gonna become a Lumix boy finally. I'm getting there, dude. I'm like, leaving Sony is like getting a divorce. Like they kind of lock you in, you know. Not that I've never had a divorce, but yeah. The main thing again for me with Sony is, and this sounds bad, but Sony has a lot of viewership here on YouTube. And selfishly, that's nice to have. So, if you want an action cam, just get the Osmo 360. I would be tempted for a 360. I just don't know if I want to do the work. Go to Full House for NAB. Sweet. Matthew's another one of those people like Paul who can just network and get people together. So yeah, we've got a whole big crew of people getting together for NAB. It's gonna be fun. So. You don't know that. Oh, what did I say? I can't remember what I said. Kofi said something. Oh, the Kofi cup. You don't need. I'll try it. I'll try it. I'll give it a go. You need enough surface area. I wonder if the gas tank would have enough surface area on it to mount it. If it breaks though, Kofi, I'm sending it to you. I'll send my camera to you for repairs. Kofi has always said he is personally responsible for every damage that happens with the Kofi cups, right? Isn't that what he said? I'm kidding. That is a joke. Do not quote that. And the ZV-1 could see in the night. That's so true. Here's an interesting thing that I thought about, right? So I might do a low light test between some Sony cameras and other cameras in Lumix. You know what I kind of realized? With Sony, right? Sony has that 12,800 ISO thing, right? Which is great, but in log, which I almost always film in log, you have to overexpose your image by at least a stop, most of the time. Not always, right? It's more nuanced than that. But if you think about it that way, you know, 12,800 ISO, when you have to overexpose by a stop, is the same as 6,400 ISO on all the other cameras. That's actually the same thing, right? Now, if you're not filming in log, it is different, but most people are filming in log. So whenever you do have to expose to the right a little bit, you have to use that higher ISO. But on other cameras, you don't actually have to expose that high. So low light it's not a perfectly fair comparison, in my opinion. So does that make Sony's low light worse? No, but it's interesting. Motorcycle and no action cam. What? I know. Well, I just bought the motorcycle. I just used my phone. I made a video and I used my phone just taped to my chest. It's like duct taped to me. So they might just work. I'm gonna give it a go. Has anybody done any sort of like suction cup comparisons? Because there's a lot of companies just came out with some like this last year. it feels like, or the last year or two. Almost makes you want to go all APS-C and action cams. Hey, I love APS-C. I kind of wish Lumix would do an APS-C line for like, because again, for how much less they charge for their cameras, you could get some, I would imagine you could get some stupid cool cameras in APS-C. I don't think they're going to do it, but it'd be interesting for beginners getting into it anyway. ISO 12800 is a bit noisy. In Sony, I don't think it is. I think it's great. Crazy deal right now on the Osmo 360. Oh, really? I will check that one out. Okay, let me see. You have the option to shoot with a single lens. Oh, I see what you're doing. Yes, yeah, that's so true. I just wanted your attention to say hi to chat. That's funny. I need to figure out. Kofi, if you're still in here, is it Ecamm? Like, are you using Ecamm to bring other people in? Is that how that works? Because I'll need to try that out if that is it. So, Kofi's here. He's everywhere. He's in every live stream. He doesn't always say everything, but he's always there. You just need to say his name and he pops up in the chat. Solid deal. That would have been tempting. I should have put it in our Discord first to see if anybody was interested. I'm sorry. My bad. I definitely would get the cage items. Yeah, the first thing I do when I get a camera is I rig it up. I've got a rig build for the S5 IIX. It's going to be the biggest rig I've ever built. Like, it's going to be like, yeah, I'm excited. What E-mount lens are you looking to get rid of? Currently, I don't know if I am getting rid of any, so I'm keeping my FX30, because if I need to review some lenses, then I have the FX30. But yeah, I'll take a look and see if there's any I don't use. I'll bring some to NAB and I'm sure you can just have them, because if they're just sitting there doing nothing, they're no use to me. Do you have any recommendations to go with the Tamron? It's like any lens. I don't know if that's probably not helpful. Brian's here. How's it going, Brian? I haven't been able to catch a live stream in a while, but excited to be here. Glad that you're here. I'm doing it during the day. I usually do it at 5, but I'm trying a midday one. Not midday, but morning one here, just to see if it's any different. Jonas, that would be awesome. Yeah. No, he's already got like a massive crew of people all together. Filled like a couple of houses of people. So there's going to be a lot of people around. Looking forward to hanging out with you there again, Paul. I'll happily try a Kofi cup. You should get one. We'll see. I'm working with the nomadic booth. Oh, you're doing the nomadic booth. Ah, I never emailed them. I need to get a couple new bags. Anyway, so the ZV-1 is a bit noisy when you shoot log. Is it? Is it not the same as the FX3? Or are you just sort of pushing buttons here? I can't tell, because you said about the 12,800 as well. Anyway. Alright, so I'm trying to fly through these. Should I get an RS4 Mini or... Those are two very different products. What would be a good first purchase? Do you have a lens? Oh, you have a kit lens. Depends what you do. If you need really stable footage, a lens won't do that for you. You'll need a gimbal. If you aren't happy with your image, then upgrade your lens. That would be my recommendation. Best budget APS-C camera. I don't know what budget means. Budget can mean anything. Probably, I mean, if you can stretch this far, a used FX30 for video is probably the best one out there. The Canon R50V for that, like $600 or something, looks fantastic. And then my other favorite is my Fujifilm X-M5. Really cool little camera. Doesn't have much upgradability. You know, it's not like Sony where you can buy the ZV-E10 and just sort of work your way up to an A1. But it's like $800. I've got a rig of it at the moment. Let me show you this. This is my new rig for the Fujifilm X-M5, and look how small it is. How cool is that? It's tiny. Like, it's not much bigger than my S5 IIX on its own. My only complaint with the Fuji is the autofocus really isn't all that great, especially in photography. But the Fujifilm X-M5 is a really fun little camera. I got a couple more videos about that coming out soon. So, but look at this rig. I'm so proud of this. It's so small. So, that's all. Sorry. Giddiness over. I just did an accessory video for the Action 6 and the Lenji suction cups work really great. Ah, very cool. Oh, you're a beginner videographer. Okay. Not sure what I'd shoot. That it is hard. Like it's very hard for me to tell you what to buy if I don't know what you're shooting or what you're doing. More lenses. Here's the thing. You're going to use your lenses more than a gimbal, realistically. But if your big problem is stable footage, I mean, then a lens won't change that. But if all you have is a kit lens, I'd probably say kit lens, or to get some more lenses. But again, it really just depends. I think he is. You guys got it. There you go. You keep chatting away in the comments there. Get on Ecamm. I'll give it a go. I do want to do these weekly coming into January, so I'll get Ecamm set up and try it out. The problem is I spent so long getting my OBS set up, you know, to have all my different scenes and everything. So now I'd have to go back and redo that. But yes, I will totally do that. I also want to get like alerts and different things. I think that'd be kind of fun. So, all right, I'm gonna try speed through some more stuff. I have about 30 minutes before I gotta go to work. All right. Well, I watch streams while I edit and work out. I like having them on in the background as well. Like whenever I'm at work, working on stuff or writing, I love just having like, there's usually a live stream or two running, whether it's camera stuff or some video game stuff that I enjoy. It's nice having it on in the background. I was talking about the interchangeable SSD with the external enclosure. Yes. Is it not working? I still use it. I think I still use it. Yeah, I still use mine. Tell me if it's not working or why. What's going on with yours? Under 1,000. Yeah. Depending on the brand that you want to go with. Oh, you said photography only. Ooh. You might want to look at is it Nikon came out with a Z50 Mark II? I think it is right at $1,000. I don't know if there's any used ones, but if you're doing photography, you probably want an EVF and a mechanical shutter. And I think under $1,000, that might be one of the few that'll do that. Unless you go with something older. I mean, you could probably find an A7 III under 1,000. If you're pretty sneaky and a little bit of a haggler. Yeah. I was shooting with it last week and noticed patterns of noise when I played it on my 4K screen. Oh, you're talking about the ZVE one? I've never used it. Not that one in particular, ZV one in particular. I think about the Phaotech Scorp 3 Mini Pro is the best budget gimbal. Yeah, I don't know much about the 3. I think I had the 2 back in the day. The only gimbal I have is the RS4 Mini by DJI, but it works great. So I haven't tested it against other gimbals, but great rig, love rigs. Oh, me too. This just made me so happy. Also because it's got little feet. I can just set it on the table. That just brings me joy. The best budget camera for video probably is the S9. I agree. Very, very ugly camera. Very good. It's ugly? I don't think it's ugly. I think it's a cool camera. Yeah, for video, I don't think you can get a better image for the money amount than the S9. Now, there's a lot more to a camera than just the image. That's why I got the S5 IIX instead of just another S9. But if you're looking at image and image only, yeah, the S9 is insane. The XM5 is really cool, but the battery drains very fast. It does. It doesn't have the best battery. This one is running off of NPF with a dummy battery. That definitely helps, but again, for the money and what the XM5 offers for the money is pretty crazy. Speaking of rigs, I was upset that none of the item for the $500 rig setup didn't go on sale. I know, I saw that as well. That made me so mad. Like, was that the $500 one that works for like all cameras? Yeah, I was really hoping that would drop, but it didn't. I think they did around Prime Day in October, but Ecamm is awesome. I'll need to try it. We better in the same country. Mentorship, yeah, Kofi. When you start in mentorship for people over in Toronto, you're in Toronto area, right? I've been loving having this TV in my studio and running videos all day. Just having it in the background. That is fun. For under $1,000, and it's an awesome camera for photography. Love the size. So many great third parties. Also, ZV-10 is solid for photography. You can get really good photos out of the ZV-10. I like having a mechanical shutter. I put a video about that a few days ago. There's something about that little noise with a mechanical shutter that just really, it just gets me excited. Like, it's just one of those cool little things where it feels real, you know. It's like one of the things that separates you from phone photography is that like sound. S9 looks sexy, especially that green color. The green is nice. I ended up just getting black because I found it cheaper, but the green was always very cool. When I had the XM5, I also got the XS20. Oh, I've always wanted to try an XS1, like one of them, like the 10, the 20. I really like the form factor. I think it looks really nice. I like that, how wide it is and kind of short. They're the exact same, just better battery and IBIS. I ended up selling both. Had a bunch of Fuji lenses, collecting dust now. Getting the XH2. Yeah, I really don't know enough about Fuji cameras. This is like my first one. But I'm using a Canon RP. I forgot about the Canon RP. They didn't make any more RPs, did they? It was just the first one. With a 24-105 f4 lens, and I'm kind of having trouble with the low light situation because I'm mostly shooting indoors, and I was thinking about going to a Sony a7R III. Yeah, you definitely could. Can you get an a7R III under 1,000? You probably can. Let me take a look. Used a7R III. I mean, the R3 is a legendary camera. Oh yeah, you can get... Adorama has one for... Oh no, that's an a7 III. MPB has one for $989. Yeah. If that's one that you're wanting, yeah, there's... Oh, that's an a7 too. Yeah, there's a lot of great cameras, like older cameras, especially for I think for photography especially, older cameras are still very much worth it. Video specs are the ones that feel like they've been changing faster recently. But it just depends. Depends on what it is that you're doing realistically. So the prices was going on them and have been going up. Oh, I see what you mean. Okay. Have you tried the Lumix S1 II? I haven't got around to it. I was tempted to rent it, but I have spent way too much money this year on gear and rentals. I was between it was either that or the ZR for my rental. So I did a rental week of the ZR. Great camera. It's not for me. And I think the S1 II, it's just kind of outside of my price range. Like, I don't need... There's nothing in the S1 II that I need for that amount of money, other than to make videos that people might watch. So, I don't know. Like, I'm trying to be better at only buying things that I need rather than just things that I want. Now, granted, I have way too many cameras. But yeah, it's a challenge. Clearly I've failed at that challenge. Okay, but I'm just saying, like, I'm trying to not buy things that are like above what I'm really needing or recommending. Maybe 2026 right now things are pretty busy. Fair enough. Yeah, for sure. I'm glad you're able to take some time off, Kofi. That sounds really nice. Enjoy your trip. Awesome. My sister's getting an S9. Or getting your S9. She's been working hard on her own channel on TikTok, so I have a Christmas surprise for her. Oh, that's really nice. That's really cool. I want to make more people start channels. I've got a few buddies who talked about starting a gaming channel for forever and like doing some streaming. And I think I have a desk build video sponsor coming up, but I don't need a new desk. Like, I'm totally fine. So I think I'm just gonna like build them streaming setups and be like, just do it. Like, you know, get started. Anyway. And by the way, price of lenses in Japan are ridiculously cheap when you consider exchange rates. Perfect time for a holiday and shopping spree. Are you in Japan? Or are you saying like they're cheap in Japan even to ship them to America? Because I don't know. I mean, shipping is expensive and then you got to deal with tariffs. Blech. Sony A7R3, if you can get, sounds like a good deal. Yeah, I mean, it was a great camera for photography. Mr. Camera Junkie's here. How's it going? I hope you're doing well. I'm printing away right now. Only 4 likes. Hey, it's been a quiet morning, but it's been fine. We're happy here. So yeah, I don't normally do these in the morning. I don't tend to get that much traction on live streams, but it's kind of nice because then I can address every comment, which is actually, I enjoy it. So would the Nikon ZR make a good vlogging camera? Yeah. It's, in my opinion, it's overkill, but if you want overkill, yeah, you could totally get by. The reason I didn't end up buying it after my rental is because I kind of realized that the ZR is an incredible camera, and its main feature set are features that I wouldn't use. Everything that it offers that I would use, my Lumix S9 already does. So for me, it just didn't make sense to upgrade from that. That doesn't mean it's not a good camera. It's a great camera. But for me, I would be spending $2,200 for an upgrade of features that I don't use. Like, I'm not going to use RAW, personally. Now next year, if I do get more client work and I you know, I think I have 2 music videos lined up for next year. Like, if they're like, hey, we want RAW, I'll probably just rent a camera. But like at the moment, I just didn't need it. So, but yeah, if you're looking for a one camera that can just do everything, professional and hobby stuff, I think the ZR is fantastic. I think Paul never had a Sony, only Canon, so not sure what to do. Yeah, I mean, you were saying that the low light was kind of being your problem. I don't know if there's, I don't know enough about Canon cameras realistically to say if there's a camera in that price range that would serve you well. I honestly don't know. I wish I knew. Avoid the ZR for vlogging. C-Chill hasn't said a single positive thing about any camera yet, so I don't know if he's gonna have a recommendation for you. Both are great for photo, but so many affordable lenses. And Canon locks down the mount. That's true. Hey man, I'm currently building a rig for my Sony ZV-10 and your videos are my main inspiration right now. Thank you. Thank you so much for the great content. Any recommendations for the rig? Yeah, my main thing at the moment is if you can save money, or if you want to save money, go with NPF. For small little cameras like these, NPF batteries work great, and they are a quarter of the price to V-mount. I think depending on which ZV-10 rig you're looking at, I already had done that. I don't know. Why so? Yeah, we'll see. We will see. How about starting a Facebook or Discord channel? I thought about doing a Discord channel. Honestly, like for the past few years, like YouTube has been such a small portion of my time that I was so cautious to add anything to that because I just don't have the time to do it. I wish I did. Like, I wish I had more. Like, coming into next year, I'll have more time. But right now, I just don't have the time to manage one. There's a lot of groups like that. That's so true. What lens are you using for the stream? This is a Sigma 16mm, and I think it's broken because it's halating. There's lots of halation going on. So I think it's got some like haze or fungus inside that's made it go all kind of dirty, but I like it. I think it looks fun. I was tempted to stream on this, but I don't. I need to get a micro HDMI adapter, but I might try stream on my. What is this? This is the XM5. So the fun thing about this rig at the moment is the XM5 I have on the front, the Sure 20mm f1.8. So it's an anamorphic 1.33. But with the XM5, you can actually film an open gate 4x3? No, 3x2. I think it's 3x2. Anyway, with a 1.33 times squeeze, when you de-squeeze that, you end up, I think it's with basically like a 17:9 image. So you're getting, using like autofocus anamorphic lenses on the XM5, you're actually getting a normal image of basically 16:9, but larger than APS-C. Not quite as big as full frame, but larger than APS-C because of the open gate. So I thought that was kind of fun. I need to get the 40mm as well because I only have the 20. But don't know anything about Sony. You'll learn. Just watch a ton of YouTube videos. There's a lot in. If there is one camera brand that has a video about anything that you need about it, it's Sony. There's so many videos out there. I live in Japan. Yeah, the Tamron 17-70 is about 7,700. $490. Dang. Yeah, that's a good lens at that amount. You don't speak English. Something about videos. I'm so sorry I do not speak Spanish, but I hope you're doing well. Hey Thomas, it's me, the ZV-10 rig guy. What prime lens should I get for my rig? My budget is somewhere between $300 and $500. It depends. It depends what you want to film or shoot. Are you wanting something zoomed in, something wide, something in the middle? Are you wanting vlog style? If you're vlogging on a rig, that'd be kind of funny. Like, what is it you're actually filming? And at what focal length? Basically, what focal length are you looking for? And then we can figure out what prime lens you would need. I'm getting a ZR to test next week. Nice. It's fun. It is a cool camera. I was sad to let it go, for sure. I'm going to test it against the Red 1 X or 3D files. Oh, that's an old camera. Very cool. That'll be an interesting one. Everybody's going to need to go check that one out. Put that on your notes, people. Sounds fun. There's no bad camera right now. They're just all so good, for sure. S9 would be perfect for vlogging. Oh, he said something positive. We've got positivity. Sorry, sorry to make fun of you a little bit. But yes, you are right about this. The IBIS is wild. For a camera that I see sell for like $900 pretty frequently, yeah, it's pretty crazy. Lumix S9 or ZV-E10 Mark II. I have owned both, and I sold my ZV-E10 Mark II. That would answer that for me. I still have my S9. From A to Z testing with Red. That's really cool. Like the ZR was my first experience with Red. I've used a Komodo once for a music video that I was working on with a friend of mine, but I just operated it. I really didn't do much with it. So I've been happy with the KNF V-mount, and it's crazy affordable. I have a number of them. Yeah, they are very cheap. I've been eyeing the 20mm lens. Yeah, it's not very anamorphic, but it's a good wee lens, for sure. Mr. Camera Junkie has a cool program to stream in anamorphic. Oh yeah, that's so true. Yeah, I didn't know. Can you de-squeeze in it? Interesting. Small plug. If I were to get a Sony a7R III, what lens would you recommend for still, product, and pets photography? Also, please recommend some good indoor continuous light. Oh, I don't know. I would just hop on YouTube and try to watch videos of each of those things, stills, product stuff, and pet photography, and see if there's a correlation between the lenses that people are using. And you don't worry about the camera, because all you need to do is find out a focal length, and then you can then just find Sony's version of that focal length. My reaction will be a little late because of the chat delay, but anyway, you recommended an NPF battery, which I like, but I already bought a V-mount. Sweet, V-mounts are great. I would just say if you're looking to save money, go with a V-mount, but I think V-mounts are better than NPFs. You can power more things out of them, for sure. I really need to get a good D-tap. Yes, I use Alvin's cables for all of my D-taps. I think they're a good price and reliable. I've never had a single problem, nothing's shorted out. Alvin's cables on Amazon are pretty good. Or you can go with, I mean, it's small rig, make a bunch. I would avoid like a $5 off-brand one. Just don't cheap out too much on them. Sounds like a good 35mm, 50 and 85. Yeah, I mean, that's true. Those are all safe bets for sure. He said he doesn't speak English, but he loves your videos. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thanks. My English isn't very good, never mind my Spanish. For the lens, I'm looking for 35mm, maybe a 14, mostly for filmmaking. I don't know if you're saying 14 or an f1.4. For your ZVE10, if you're looking for a 35mm, you're probably looking actually at a 23. If you're like, if unless you're already doing the equations. Honestly, the Viltrox Air lenses are really good for the money. They're pretty small, they're very lightweight, and they're very cheap. So Viltrox are probably going to be a good one to look into for affordability. So I'd look at their Air series. I only have one. I've got a 15mm, and it's great. It's really, really good. They do have, if you want something better, sort of higher quality, they have, I think it's a 27mm 1.2, and that lens is phenomenal. I got to use it for a little bit, but I didn't get to keep it. But it's really, really good. The reason I was looking at the Nikon ZR for vlogging is the 32-bit float and 6K flexibility in both video and audio. Yeah, the 32-bit float is nice. I mean, if the ZR is the one that you're wanting to go for, then go for it. And the nice thing is it opens up your possibilities for like serious filmmaking down the line, because it is a no joke camera. Like, it can really produce an insane feature set for sure. So sorry, 1 second. Yes, D-squeeze in real time up to 2x anamorphic. Very cool. I wonder, I could stream on my Blaze R33. That'd be a fun lens to stream on this. Interesting. All right, maybe, yeah, new year, right? We're switching everything. We're switching editors, live streaming programs, everything. It's all switching. Switching camera brands. The year of the switch for me. I have a bunch of Viltrox, really cheap on AliExpress. I've never bought anything on AliExpress. Is that bad? I don't know. Whenever AliExpress first started, it was like the Temu of the internet. I just never used it, so I never really trusted it. Yes, thank you, Paul. Okay, the Viltrox. Have you ever had any problems with the air lineup? When you meant 14mm? Nope, never had a problem. I haven't heard of anybody having a problem. I have, so yes, if you're looking at 14, I have their 15. Oh, were you the one talking about a 9mm earlier? I don't know. I have the 15, and it's great. I really like it. And again, they're so small. Now, again, vanity, right? Pure vanity, nothing to do with the image quality or anything. Having a tiny lens on a rig sometimes looks a little funny. Just a heads up about that. If you want your rig to look really cool, having a thick lens on the front does make a difference. But please do not go buy a lens just because you want your rig to look good. But because the air lenses are small, I was just gonna say that just so that you got a heads up. Works great in Ecamm, or works in Ecamm great. I'll need to I'll give it a go for sure. I'll try and get it set up over the next few weeks. If anyone has suggestions for a top-down setup that can carry 3 kilograms of camera setup, I'd be grateful. 3 kilograms. That feels like a lot. Interesting for a top-down. You go for some C stands. If there's anything that's worth getting, C stands are awesome. What Viltrox items have you bought on there? Yeah, I'm intrigued. I've never used it, so you never know. All right, I'm gonna be wrapping things up here in the next few minutes. So if you have any other thoughts, throw them in the comments. Let me know what you guys think about the actual what was supposed to be the topic of this live stream of YouTube upload strategies, just to see if they actually work. I'm gonna check the video to see how it's performing. It's not performing great, but I think there's a couple of reasons for that, but that's fine. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about YouTube uploads. How many of you, out of curiosity, how many of you on here actually do YouTube? Like, how many of you post on here? Because I think, like, next year I'm wanting to do more videos about YouTube, because I talk a lot about budget gear, and I think the best medium for budget gear is YouTube, because you really don't need much to make YouTube videos. Like, the amount of money you need to spend to make really good looking YouTube videos and making commercials for companies are very different, right? So assume it's so accessible. So I would like to start leaning into doing more videos about YouTube, but I also don't know if that's something that people are actually interested in. But yeah, I'm intrigued. We will find out. How many lenses do I need? All of them. No, I'm just kidding. You don't need very many. And what millimeters should I get for filmmaking? Get them as needed, right? So if you're doing a project, like if you're doing a rap music video and they want, you know, super distorted, ultra wide, crazy, then you're going to need something like a 9mm. To, you know, 9 through 12, somewhere in there. If you're doing wildlife filmmaking and you're trying to get films of birds, you're going to need something insanely zoomed in. So I would just get things on an as needed basis. So if you're filmmaking and you've got a project, charge for that project and build in at least, you know, some money for the cost of a lens and your gear, because that allows you to actually buy stuff, which is great. Thanks for the C-stand. Yeah, oh, C-stands are so good. That's the only thing I don't like about this new studio that I'm in is there's not much room for more stands, because it's about a third of the size of my last studio. Thanks, I love your videos, but I have to jump off the live stream. Not a problem. Have a great day. See ya. Thank you very much for all the replies and answers, and thank you for live stream. I will. I'm hoping to do them every week. I think it'll be every Monday in the new year. I think I'm going to take the first week of January off, and then I'm going to sort of go full time on the YouTube stuff and just start posting as much as I can. Sky does. Do you post on that channel, Sky, or do you have a different channel? I haven't actually checked. I also don't know if your name is Sky or Carson or both, but let me find your channel and we will give you a wee sub if it is this one, because I do not know. Sky Carson. There is a video from 6 years ago. Yeah, you gotta be posting more. No, I'm just teasing you. Who doesn't? Absolutely. Everybody can, and that's what I love about it. I've tried YouTube a couple of times, but I couldn't get an audience. Fair enough. It takes a while. You know, these things grow slowly. It's taken me 3 years to get 25,000, and I've been working real hard, really hard at this, and I've been really like focusing on doing videos that I know perform well. Like, there's been so many videos that I wanted to make that I haven't because I don't think they'll perform well, and I hate that I'm doing that. I need to stop doing that, and I need to just make the videos because I want to make them. But your audience doesn't need to be big. Just it's not, like I said in the video that I posted today, it's not always about your audience. It's also just about you making stuff just because you can, you know. My sister has a YouTube channel that she posts all of her stuff to, and it's just wedding videos, and they're insane. Like, she posts She posts them on there, and I watch them every time because her videos are just unbelievably good. Let me see if I can. Can I do this? Is this? Oh, what's that doing up there? Let me see if I can. Sorry, I'm just gonna change something straight while I'm on here. Oh no, how do I do this? See, this is why I need a new program, apparently. Let me go back to this and I'll see if I can just bring it up. Because I would love for you guys to go check out her channel as well, just to see. I'm not going to do it right now. Her name is Jo Knight, and she does wedding video, and they're just so good. And she just makes these insanely good wedding videos and posts them online. They don't get a huge amount of views, but people love them, and I just love watching them. And it's just nice to have people that you can just go and watch people making videos. So it's not all about gaining massive numbers. I post for work and hobby. Yeah, that's cool. I think that'll be a new thing, actually. I think a lot of places of work, like that's what I did. Like the church I worked for didn't do anything online, really. And I came in right at the start of COVID. So we were able to sort of just like help them start making YouTube videos and live streams and, you know, informational videos and announcements and whatever. Like you can do a bunch of stuff, podcasts. It's great. Love the community. Absolutely. It is great. Cheap lighting options would be great if anything. Cheap lighting options would be great if anything has changed. I don't know if you're meaning to make videos about cheap lighting options, but I definitely will do that for sure. The stream is amazing, Thomas. Please continue making stuff that you like, because I think it makes your channel really real and personal. Yeah, that's what I want to go for. Is like I hope that if anybody ever meets me in person, that what they see online and what they meet in person is exactly the same. That's what I want. And actually live streams are really good for doing that, because with making a YouTube video, like you edit it to cut out all of the bits that you don't want, but in a live stream or in person, you get to see all of that. So, yeah, so that would be my hope. I hate it when people are fake online. And I think people can just tell. Like if you're fake and you put forward a full fake personality on YouTube, people can tell. Rolling C stand for the win. Absolutely. One of the best pieces of gear I've ever bought. Thank you. I appreciate that. I used to edit on this one and switch to edit on short form. Ah, I see. I want to start fresh. Very cool. I don't do shorts because I don't like making shorts, but I think I'm going to start making more shorts. The way that I do my videos doesn't work to just clip them into shorts. So it does mean that it would just be making whole other videos. But I think it'll be worth it. I'm going to give it a go. I've been doing this about 6 years and just still over 5K, not about the numbers. Absolutely. Yeah. And like Paul's got a great little community. And you know, anytime you watch his videos, it's the same people commenting, because yeah, it's about having those relationships with people. And I say relationships, I mean, it's on the internet, so it's not quite as interactive, but then you do get to meet people and do stuff. So it is really cool. I'd definitely keep going. The recent video she posted her thumbnail looks great. Yeah, they're awesome. Can send us a link to her. Yeah, let me just do that. That's a good idea. Because this is, whenever I move back to Ireland, we're going to be doing weddings together. So I'm going to include a lot of her footage in some YouTube videos, as long as I've been the one filming them. Try to give her some shout outs. But I mean, she's won awards over in Prague and a whole bunch of stuff. Oh, it's filmmaker Jo now. So let me just do that. Yeah, her the way that she does colors and the way that she edits. Oh, I just turned my music off. That's fine. And she used the S5 too. So that was one of the things that convinced me, is her. So she's very talented. All right. My next job needs to be social media content creator for a brand. That would be really cool. Yeah. For sure. I could totally see you doing that. That'd be great. Do you have any tips on thumbnails? I don't. um, uh, so the way that I do thumbnails, like I try to take screenshots from the video so that it's definitely related to the video as much as I can. I try not to make them clickbaity, although sometimes I fail because clickbait does work. The main thing that I like to do is in editing. So sometimes I'll just pose for a thumbnail. In Lightroom or in whatever you do, I usually, like if it's about a product, I will add masks on the image and I will add a little bit of clarity and sharpening to the product, and then to the background I will drop the clarity pretty substantially and it makes it pop. It doesn't necessarily look good, like it's not something I'd post on Instagram, but it works for a thumbnail. And then the other thing that I've tried to do that I've seen a lot of bigger YouTubers do that has worked really well is consistency in style. So if you look at all of DSLR video, what is it? Yeah, DSLR video, film, whatever. His channel, Caleb Pike's videos. All of his thumbnails, you can look at a thumbnail and say that's Caleb Pike's, right? And other people even started copying him, so he does change the colors every so often. Or Mark Bennett. Every video is the same. It's just blue background of him holding up the product, because then there's a recognizability. So once you do build your audience, people will start to recognize that. I actually started to see a dip in my viewership when I moved studio, because the background of the thumbnail, this is what I think, the background of the thumbnail doesn't look the same. So it's not quite as recognizable. Because the other videos, so I do once a month, I do a cool camera gear under $50. That thumbnail has stayed the same every time, and the views have stayed the same. So trying to have a bit of consistency, I think, is really important. And make it clear. That's important too. Anyway, any recommendations for an affordable shotgun mic for my rig? I really appreciate it. I think I spelled that wrong. Sorry, your help and thoughts. I honestly really don't use shotgun mics very much. I know people are a big fan of this Sennheiser, the little stubby ones. And then I use... This is the only shotgun mic I own, but it's like 150 to $200, depending on when you get it. The Rode VideoMic NTG. The other... Oh, I wonder what Deity... Are Deity making... I used to have a Deity mic. Deity make really good shotgun mics for their cameras. Oh, there's the Comica VM. Gosh, there's loads. I haven't thought about shotgun microphones in forever. Sorry, I'm really overexposed right now, probably. Are Deity gone? Oh, there's a few. Sorry, I don't have a huge amount of recommendations. I don't really use them very much. I like Rode, but whatever you can find. I also don't know your budget, but Rode have a handful. Their VideoMic Go is pretty good. It's under $100. So, hi Tiger. Sorry, you've joined right when I'm about to leave. What time is it? Yeah, I gotta go. Gotta go to work. That is true. That is correct. My wife wants me to get real friends. Well, they're real to me. Now, I do have to say, internet friends are fun and it's great and it's a good community, but it isn't a replacement for real, like, people. That sounds bad. Not that you're not real people. All of you are real people. But yes, it could get lonely if you're on here and you're not actually spending time with other people in person. Have you tried the Sony A7 II? Nope, but I did have the A7 III and I loved it. Don't know if that helps, but they're pretty different. So I think the A7 II is old. There's a pretty big jump between this A7 II and the A7 III. All right, just a few more things. Yes, that's what I'm trying to do with my thumbnails. Yeah, you have a good color scheme where you've kind of picked a color and are going with it. And I think that might help, hopefully. So, do you know what's going on with small rigs shipping on Amazon? I bought something 3 days ago. I think that's just Amazon in general. I think it's just Christmas. I don't think it's small rig in particular. Oh, until late January. I don't know. Sorry. I really like your color grading a lot. The aquatic blue and orange. Yeah, teal and orange is just a popular kind of look. One thing I'm trying to get better at is to do less color grading and more color management in my actual scene. So I'm using actually orange and teal lighting and features and things. So even like my computer fans over there are set to orange. this light is set to blue, like trying to do things in the frame to emphasize it rather than just relying on color grading. I've joined her YouTube and Paul's too. I'm new here and I will send a message to you guys. Hope you... No, not at all. Not at all. I'm more likely to respond on Instagram, but I'm really not on social media that much. So I'll do my best. Love your channel. Thank you. I appreciate that, fellow church employee. Sweet. Yeah. Church life is changing and camera stuff is much more relevant, but also back to what I said with Paul earlier. I also think it might be on its way out because churches need people, not just screens. Another whole... I should make some videos about... No, I shouldn't. I don't know. Anyway, sorry. All right, let's finish this up. No problem. Thank you for all the tips. See you later. I appreciate that. Thanks, bud. Nice to meet you. Lots of good stuff here. Yes. What this says. NAB. If any of you can make it to NAB, it does require you to go to Vegas for like a few days. You should go. And it's a lot of fun, and we'll be there. Find us, say hi in person, and we can chat because it's a lot of fun. So, and there's loads of food places, so we could always just get a whole bunch of people and go out for dinner or something. So, hopefully we'll see you there. That's not till April, but it's gonna be a lot of fun. All right, I'm gonna head out, but it has been a lot of fun. Thank you all for being here. I'm gonna try and do these again more like around midday. So, oh hey, Nigel's here. Nigel will be there. Yeah, Nigel and I hung out all of last year because I think neither of us knew anything that we were doing, and we're just walking around. Sort of, yeah, it was great. So yes, what was I saying? Yeah, I'm going to try and do live streams more midday. It might be lower numbers, but that means I get to respond to everything, which is always good. So, so yes. Last thing, what lens is on that? That is a Sirui 20mm 1.8 by anamorphic lens. It's a 1.3 times squeeze. Mini rig, the mini cine rig coming soon. Look at this thing. It's so small. It's got 32-bit flute recording in there. Power, 6K, open gate. It's got all the stuff. And the whole thing, including the camera and the lens, costs probably less than $2,000. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. All right. I gotta head out. Now all the people start joining. Why does that happen? Anyway, right. I'll chat to you all soon. You guys have a great day. Love you all. And where's my thing? Bye.